Alright guys, ready for some behind-the-scenes history? The night sky's just looming over the city, streetlights flickering like they're about to give up. And there it is, the Metropolitan Heritage Museum, grand reopening tomorrow. We're getting the first look. Ha! Your laugh is literally echoing down the empty street, Clara. Bro, it's 1 a.m. The only history we'll find in there is dust and maybe some ancient spiders. Don't you guys get it? This place was closed for 50 years after, the incident. It's got a story. Whoa, did you feel that? The wind just rattled the sign. Okay, I'm zooming in on the entrance. Look at those giant marble statues. Man, they look serious. It's almost like their eyes are following my camera. Classic horror shot, right? Let's go. This door is heavy. Ugh, listen to that creak. It's like a low moan, and total darkness. Thick and silent. Okay, flashlight on. The beam is just cutting through all this dust. Look at these paintings, their faces are all cracked and fading. It's so eerie. Why does it smell like iron? It's weird, right? Like rust. Look, over there, that red exit sign is flickering down the hall. So creepy. Clara, what are you doing? It feels warm. Yeah, right. Stone's warm now. You're just getting spooked. Hey guys, come here. Look at this exhibit. The Watchers of Time. It's a bunch of ancient masks behind the glass. Their eyes are just hollow. But look at this one. This one's different. It has a small crack on it. It looks like it's smiling. Did you hear that? It sounded like a camera shutter, but I didn't take a picture. Did any of you? Okay, that's weird. And my camcorder screen just glitched. What the? Static. Let me play that back. Look, it's a frame of all four of us, but there's an extra figure behind us. See it? It's probably just a reflection. We're surrounded by glass cases. No reflections in stone walls, Noah. This is real. Let's keep moving. Deeper in. Do you guys hear that? Our footsteps are echoing, but it's like unnaturally long. As if someone else is walking right after us. A split second later. Guys, turn around, slowly. The statues at the entrance. They aren't facing the door anymore. They're turned inward. They're watching us. Okay, let's just pretend we didn't see that. Keep walking. Wow, look at this place. The central hall. The ceiling is a massive dome, and moonlight is just pouring through the stained glass. It's actually beautiful. And what's that in the center? Something's covered up, draped in black fabric. Let's see the plaque. New exhibit unveiling tomorrow. Do not touch. Touch it? No way. We'll get banned before we even post this video. We can't get caught. No one knows who made it, or where it even came from. It's a complete mystery. Did you hear that howling? It's just the wind in the vents, I think. Oh! The lights just flickered. For a second, I swear that black fabric shifted, like something was breathing underneath it. Did that move? I saw it too. I'm zooming in. Okay, you're not crazy. Look at the screen, the shape under the cloth. It's pulsing, just slightly. Alright guys, welcome to the forbidden exhibit. Let's see what they're hiding. I'm just gonna pull the cloth a little bit. Oh man, the dust is swirling like smoke. What the? The lights! They're all off. The lights are back. The cloth. It's gone. It's completely gone. And the sculpture underneath it's human-shaped. The eyes are made of glass and its mouth is slightly open like it's in the middle of taking a breath. It looks like it's watching us. It really does. Okay, I'm panning back to get the whole thing. Wait, let me check the footage. The playback. Its head turned. It just turned. You guys didn't see it, but it's right here on the camera. My flashlight's sputtering. It's dying. Oh, wait. The beam just caught the far corner of the room. There are statues over there now. A dozen more. They weren't there before. I swear they weren't. I think we should go. Now. Wait. Count them. Just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's us. I'm zooming in. Oh my God. Each statue. It looks like us. There's a faint resemblance to our faces. This can't be happening. I'm on the one in the center again, the main one. Its glass eyes are reflecting my flashlight and they just blinked. They just blinked. All right, let's see what's in this last room. The lights in the museum are humming, a low, constant drone that's starting to get under my skin. But beneath it, there's something else. A deep, rhythmic vibration, almost like a heartbeat echoing through the stone floor. I adjust my camera, trying to steady my hands. Let's just check one last room. Just one. Clara is staring at the main sculpture again, the one that gave us the creeps earlier. But something's different. Its expression. It's changed. The glass eyes, which were staring straight ahead before, are now looking upward, as if they're listening to that same heartbeat I feel in my bones. Zane, ever the skeptic, forces a laugh. He says, maybe the air pressure's just making the stone shift. But Lila, her voice barely a whisper, cuts through his attempt at logic. Stone doesn't breathe. We decide to head for the security office. It's the only corridor left with the lights on, a beacon in the growing darkness. The walls are lined with old, faded posters. Please do not photograph the exhibits. I can't help but film one of the signs. A bit of dark humor, I guess. We're way past that point now. The office door creaks open, and as if on cue, the monitors flicker to life. Rows of screens, each showing a different hall in the museum. It's a spiderweb of silent, empty spaces. Zane leans closer to one of the screens, his brow furrowed. Wait, are those us? He's right. On one monitor, we see ourselves walking down this exact hallway, the four of us captured on camera. But as we stand here, watching, our on-screen counterparts are completely still. They're frozen mid-step, their eyes wide with a terror we don't yet feel. Clara's breath hitches. That's not live. I try to rewind the footage to scrub back and see when it was recorded, but the screen refuses to change. It's stuck. It won't move. Then, a burst of static, loud and jarring. And through the visual snow, the impossible happens. The frozen versions of us on the monitor. They turn their heads. Slowly, deliberately, they turn to face the security camera that's filming them. Zane curses, stumbling backward from the desk. We look at each other, a silent, frantic confirmation. None of us had moved. Not an inch. Lila's voice is trembling, but her words are clear as a bell. We're not recording them. They're recording us. As if her words are a command, the lights cut out. The entire museum plunges into blackness. A split second later, emergency red lights flood the room, painting everything in a hellish glow. The shadows thrown by the monitors twist and writhe across the walls like ink spilled in water. And through the hissing static, a new sound emerges. A faint child's whisper echoing through the speakers. Don't let them see you move. Clara covers her ears, her face pale. Who said that? Panic takes over. We don't even discuss it. We just run. Instinctively, we split up. I grab Lila's arm and we bolt down one hall, while Zane and Clara disappear down another. Zane and Clara are plunged into a corridor lined with glass cases. Their flashlight beam shakes, dancing over rows and rows of ancient ceremonial masks. Then, Clara grabs Zane's arm. One of the masks is missing. An empty stand stares back at them from behind the glass. In the reflection, a faint movement. Something behind them. Zane spins around, his light cutting through the darkness. Nothing. There's nothing there. But when he turns back to the glass, his heart stops. In the reflection, his own head is still turning, lagging a full second behind his actual movement. He freezes, unable to process what he's seeing. He manages to choke out, "Clara, do you see that?" Her voice trembles, urgent. "Don't look at it. Just move." Meanwhile, Lila and I reach the grand staircase, its marble steps sweeping up into the shadows. Halfway up, we stop. The paintings lining the wall. They've changed. They're no longer portraits of long-dead aristocrats. Every single frame now shows us. Lila points, her hand shaking. That's us from 5 minutes ago. Each painting captures a moment from our doomed exploration. And then I see it. In one frame, a painted version of Lila is standing behind her real self on the stairs, a wide, predatory smile on her face. The camera trembles in my hand. I have to lower it. We're being rewritten. The air starts to buzz with a strange energy, and the glass covering the portraits begins to crack, splintering outward, as if something is trying to break through from the other side. Back in the central dome, Zane and Clara find that the sculptures have been rearranged, moved into new, unsettling positions. Zane lets out a strangled gasp. One of the statues, a bust of a forgotten general, now has his face. It's a perfect likeness, sculpted from the cold stone. And the expression? It's one of pure terror, his mouth open in a silent, eternal scream. Clara takes a slow step back, her eyes fixed on the horrifying effigy. We have to leave, now. But when they turn, the main doors are gone. In their place is another row of exhibits, sealing them in. A deep rumble shakes the floor beneath them, the vibration rattling the very foundations of the museum. From the deepest shadows at the edge of the dome, a figure emerges. A man dressed in an old, dusty museum curator's coat. His face is hidden in shadow, his movements slow and deliberate, like a predator conserving its energy. His voice, soft yet echoing, fills the cavernous hall. Every viewer becomes the viewed. The lights flicker violently, and in that split second of darkness, he's gone from across the hall and is now standing right behind them. Zane yells, a raw, terrified sound. The camera falls from his grip, tumbling to the marble floor. A heavy thud echoes through the silence that follows. Then, nothing. Moments later, Lila and I arrive at the dome. The only sign of Zane and Clara is their dropped camera, its light still on, pointing at the ceiling. I pick it up, my heart pounding, and hit playback. The footage is a blurry mess of the fall, but for a single, horrifying frame, it's clear. The curator's face, illuminated by the camera's light. It's not skin. It's sculpted stone. Lila sees it too and whispers, "He was never alive." We look up from the camera, across the hall. There, standing perfectly still among the other exhibits, is Clara. Her skin is pale, almost translucent. Her eyes are wide and glassy. She's frozen, her living form turned to cold, polished marble. She has become part of the collection. The silence in this place. It's a living thing. The only sound is the echo of our own footsteps, each one a desperate prayer on the museum's ancient floorboards. Every creak and groan of the wood feels like a moan from something trapped beneath. It's like the whole building is breathing around us, and with every step, I feel my own breath catch in my throat. This museum is alive, and I don't think it wants us here. We keep walking, and the portraits on the walls. They're more than just paint on canvas. Their eyes follow our every move. It's not a trick of the light. I swear I can feel their gazes, cold and heavy, pressing down on us. They're watching, waiting. It's a silent, suffocating judgment from 100 different lives, all trapped behind glass and frame. Ethan's phone flashlight, our only guide in this suffocating darkness, begins to flicker. The stuttering beam dances across the walls, revealing faces carved into the stone itself. They're twisted in expressions of agony and fear, their mouths open in silent screams. These aren't just decorations, they're warnings. Stories of those who came before us, now part of the museum's very structure. Suddenly, a chill snakes down my spine, so cold it feels like ice water in my veins. "She's here," I whisper, and the words are stolen from my lips by the frigid air. The temperature has dropped, and the darkness around us feels deeper, more absolute. We're not alone in this hallway. Something has joined us. We find a door, its hinges rusted shut. With a collective push, it groans open, revealing a sign that sends a fresh wave of dread through me. Hall of Living Memories. It sounds less like an exhibit and more like a tomb. What kind of memories are kept alive in a place like this? Cautiously, we step inside, the door sighing shut behind us as if sealing our fate. The hall is lined with glass cases like displays for precious artifacts. But inside, there's no gold or jewels. There are phones, rings, scraps of torn photographs, personal belongings. Each case has a small plaque with a name. These aren't just objects, they're the last remnants of people, lives distilled into a single, sterile display. Ethan moves closer to one of the cases, his light tracing over the items inside. He kneels, and I see his entire body go rigid. His breath hitches. I follow his gaze to the nameplate. Sofia Ramirez. The name hangs in the air, a ghost on our lips. It can't be. Not her. But the name is there, etched in brass, undeniable. As if on cue, the light from Ethan's phone begins to fade, plunging us into a thick, suffocating darkness. It's a physical presence, pressing in, stealing the air from our lungs. The glass of the cases begins to fog over, not from the cold, but from the inside. We see shapes forming in the mist, faces pressing against the glass, their mouths moving in silent, desperate whispers. My voice is a fragile thread in the overwhelming silence. They're inside the glass. It's not a guess, it's a certainty. The owners of these items, the names on the plaques, they're trapped. We're looking at a collection of souls imprisoned in this hall. A sudden, impossibly cold gust of wind tears through the room, and Ethan's flashlight dies completely. We're plunged into absolute blackness. But in that last flicker, the fog on Sofia's case cleared just enough. For a split second, I saw it. A hand, her hand, pressed against the glass from the other side, reaching for us. The glass begins to tremble, a low, resonant hum building in the air around us. It vibrates through the floor, up my legs, and into my teeth. Then, from the corridor we just left, we hear it. A series of sharp crashes. The portraits are falling from the walls, their frames shattering one by one, releasing whatever was held within them. The floor beneath us starts to shake violently. Cracks splinter across the polished stone, and from them, a black, oily mist begins to rise. It coalesces, twisting into shapes, and in the heart of the swirling darkness, eyes begin to form. Hundreds of them, all staring. Then, the curator's voice echoes around us, distorted and cruel. The museum remembers everyone who tried to leave. Liam, driven by panic or a desperate, foolish hope, roars and smashes his fist against Sofia's case. The glass doesn't shatter. Instead, Sofia's reflection, now solid and real, reaches out. Her hand closes around his wrist, and with impossible strength, she pulls him through the glass. His scream is cut short as he vanishes into the display. A moment later, a new golden plaque materializes below the case, his name shining brightly. Liam Carter. Ethan collapses to his knees, his face pale with horror. "It's not just trapping them," he whispers, his voice breaking. "It's rewriting us, erasing us." He's right. We're not just visitors anymore. We're becoming part of the exhibit. I grab Ethan, pulling him to his feet. We have to run. We race through the looping, impossible corridors of the museum. But every turn, every new hallway, leads us right back to the Hall of Living Memories. It's a maze with no exit, and the center is this gallery of the damned. We are well and truly trapped. Suddenly, a buzz from Ethan's pocket. His phone screen flares to life, playing a video on its own. It's the security footage from when we first entered the museum. There we are, walking through the main doors, laughing, oblivious. But behind us, just at the edge of the frame, dozens of shadowed figures stand watching us. They were always there. I drop the phone as if it's on fire. From its tiny speakers, a familiar whisper slithers out, Sofia's voice. "Don't look at them," she warns. "They'll see you." But it's too late. We've already seen them, and they've seen us. The phone's flashlight flickers one last time. A final, blinding strobe. In that instant of light and dark, Ethan is gone. He just vanished. I'm standing alone in the hall. The portraits on the walls, once facing forward, have all turned. Their heads are angled, their eyes fixed directly on me, glowing with a faint, malevolent red light. Panic takes over. I run. I sprint towards the main exit, the one we came through. I slam against the heavy wooden doors, push with all my might, and stumble out into, not the street. I'm in another long gallery. And on the far wall, a team of curators is hanging a new portrait. It's a portrait of me. I look closer, and my reflection in the painting's glass. It blinks, and then it smiles. The first rays of dawn pierce through the stained glass windows of the museum lobby, illuminating a universe of floating dust particles. The heavy main doors creak open. I'm Daniel Reed, and this is my first shift. It's supposed to be a quiet gig, just me and the ghosts of history. I start my patrol, my footsteps echoing in the vast, silent halls. The portraits lining the walls seem peaceful in the morning light, their painted eyes vacant, their poses frozen in time. They're just paint on canvas, right? Harmless. I find myself humming a little tune to break the silence. As I pass a particular portrait, I stop. The woman in the painting, a label reads Maya. Her eyes, they seem almost too real, too alive. I can't help but chuckle nervously. Wow, they do good work here, I whisper to myself, trying to shake off the eerie feeling. As I turn to continue my route, a faint sound pricks my ears. It's a soft shuffle, like fabric dragging on the floor, like footsteps that aren't my own. I whip around, heart suddenly pounding. There's no one there. The hall is as empty and silent as it was a moment ago. A long, tense silence stretches out. Then another sound, clearer this time. A whisper, faint but undeniable, seemingly coming from behind a nearby glass case. Please, help us. My forced smile vanishes. I slowly approach the display, my earlier unease returning with a vengeance. It's the Hall of Living Memories. I remember the curator mentioning it during my orientation. But this is different. The glass of the display cases is fogged up, just like the security guard from the previous night described. The condensation is on the inside. My breath catches in my throat. I kneel down to get a closer look, wiping a hand across the cool glass. My eyes scan the small golden plaques beneath each artifact. And then I see it. One plaque, gleaming under the faint light, bears a name that sends a shiver down my spine. It reads, Daniel Reed. But that's impossible. I've never been here before today. This is my first shift. I stumble backward, my breathing ragged, my mind racing to make sense of the nonsensical. Suddenly, the lights overhead begin to flicker erratically, plunging the hall into a strobing dance of light and shadow. A low, rhythmic thumping starts, soft at first, then growing louder, more insistent. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a giant heartbeat emanating from the very walls of the museum, pulsing with a life of its own. My eyes dart around the room, wide with terror. The paintings, they're changing. The figures in the portraits are no longer static. Maya's eyes, the ones that looked so real before, they're now actively moving, tracking me. The man in the next painting, Liam. His mouth slowly opens, and a disembodied whisper slithers through the air. Don't look away. Panic takes over. I turn and run, sprinting toward the security office, my only hope of finding some semblance of logic, of safety. I burst through the door, my chest heaving. The bank of monitors on the desk flickers wildly with static, but one screen is clear. It's playing a live feed from the hall I just fled. I see 4 figures, 4 silhouettes, walking slowly through the halls. But I know, there was no one there. My blood runs cold as my gaze shifts to another monitor. It shows the security office itself. On the screen, I see myself, my own back, bursting into the room just seconds before I actually did it in real life. I stare at the monitor, frozen in disbelief, and then the me on the screen, my digital doppelganger, slowly, unnaturally, turns its head. It stares directly out of the screen at me. Its eyes are glowing with a sickly, pale white light. The sound from the speakers distorts into a horrifying screech. The entire building seems to groan around me, a symphony of creaking statues and moaning architecture. The curator's voice, the same one from my orientation, now echoes through the intercom system, a chilling, spectral whisper. The museum remembers you. Before you arrive. I can't stay here. I bolt from the office, running for the main entrance for the promise of daylight and sanity. I throw open the heavy doors and stumble out, gasping for the fresh morning air, the brilliant sunlight blinding me for a moment. I fall to my knees on the pavement just outside the gates, trying to catch my breath, trying to process the nightmare I just escaped. When my vision clears, I turn back to look at the museum, to confirm it was real. But it's gone. In its place is a wide, empty field, blanketed in a thick, rolling fog. It was just there. How can it be gone? My phone buzzes in my pocket, the vibration startling me. I pull it out. Unknown number. Hesitantly, I answer. A calm, professional voice speaks on the other end. "Mr. Reed, we're just calling to confirm your first shift at the Metropolitan Museum tomorrow morning." My hand starts to shake uncontrollably. The phone slips from my grasp and clatters onto the ground. The world spins. Tomorrow morning? But I was just there. I look up, my eyes scanning the empty fog-shrouded field. The screen of my fallen phone glitches, the image fracturing. And then I see them, faint silhouettes materializing in the swirling mist behind me. Maya, Ethan, Liam, and Sophia, standing silently, watching me with those wide, unblinking eyes. They're here. They're out. A strange resolve hardens within me, replacing the fear. I whisper into the fog, a promise to the silent figures. If you can hear me, I'll free you. I turn my back on the world I know and walk towards them, back into the impenetrable white mist. My figure grows dimmer, less distinct, until the fog swallows me whole. The scene shifts. We are back inside the museum lobby. It's pristine now, glowing with a warm, welcoming light. Everything is back in its place, but there's something new. A new painting hangs on the wall, nestled amongst the others. It's a portrait of a security guard. It's me. Same uniform, same terrified expression frozen on my face. As the camera slowly zooms in, my painted eyes blink once. A slow, deliberate movement. And for a fleeting second, in the reflection on the glass covering the painting, you can see yourself, the viewer, now being watched in turn. A final, chilling whisper echoes through the silent hall. The museum remembers everyone who looks back. Thank you for watching this finale of The Ones Who Watched Back. If this story sent a shiver down your spine, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the shadows. Let us know in the comments what you think happened to Daniel. Until next time, be careful what you look at, because you never know what's looking back.